Hello and welcome to the Ash Hobson YouTube channel. Welcome back to another stream. It has been too long, in fact. I can't remember the last time I've actually been on stream. I think it was about maybe just before Christmas. So I hope you've all been well. And what we're going to be doing in this stream is we're going to be, well, driving WRC Generations first of all. And we're going to be talking about I'm going to be talking about the WRC 2023 season and giving my thoughts and an opinion on it. Do I want... no. Is it all raining? Yeah, it's all clear. Cool. Do nicely. No wets. Who needs them? I will talk about the 2023 season because this year should be an interesting one for the WRC calendar. It's alcohol free, don't judge. Okay, so we've got one stage, so we'll swap over to the yeah, the 2023 season. So this season should be an interesting one. I mean, a lot has changed over the Christmas break. Loads of drivers have left. I mean, it's been proper silly season in the WRC. Now, usually we have a bit of driver changeover or what have you, but this year in particular, it's been a absolute huge amount. A huge amount of changes took place. We've had Cyril from Alpine, well, formerly of Alpine, Formula One, has come over to the dark side of rallying, which is fantastic to see. He doesn't really know that much about rallying. It's not like Gunther Steiner, for example, was a former WRC mechanic many, I wouldn't say many moons ago, but a little while ago at least. He was a mechanic. So, yeah. So Cyril's going to come over and he's going to manage a team for a championship he's not particularly au fait with. So that should be an interesting challenge for him and interesting challenge for Hyundai. Oyt Tanak has moved to Msport. Gus Greensmith, Ollie Solberg and Adrian Formeau have been demoted. As such, nearest makes no difference. Lappy is with Hyundai now. Craig Breen has moved from Msport to Hyundai as a part-time drive, having a bit of a demotion, as it were, try and do a bit of a regain. So yeah, a lot has gone on. So we've got a lot to talk about in this stream. And what I'm going to do a stage of it, and then we're going to chat while the replay is going. Okay? So that's Ford Fiesta Rally 2. Let's give it a go.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 150, left 4, short, into right 5, short, into left 5, short, into right 6, cut, and left 4, into left 5, short, small cut, 200, crest, keep middle.
Hopefully
right 5, narrows, into left 4,
stream quality is doing all right.
right 6, into right 5, short. Caution, right 3, brake, into left 4, tightens. And right 3, into left 1, keep into right 4. Left 6, into right 4. And left 5, tightens, into right 5, tightens. Left 5, short, small cut, 200. Right 5, don't cut.
How am I 4 seconds down already?
Left 5, small cut, 200. Caution, right 6, short, narrows, into left 5, long, narrows. Right 6, 30. Hard brake,
close.
square right, don't cut. And left 2, don't cut. Into right 2, cut. Left right, cut, 200. Square right, small cut, 80. And square right, small cut. Left 2, narrows, 300. Left 3 and square left, small cut. And square left into right 5, don't cut, tightens.
So I just realised my face is covering the
Right 2, don't cut. And
the speedo.
Right, left 4, tightens. And right 3. Left 3, 30. Right 2, short, don't cut, into left 2. And right 3, don't cut, into left 3. Caution, square right, don't cut.
Oh.
Into flat left, don't cut, 80.
I've sort of accidentally developed the
And left 6, small cut, into right 5.
Thierry Neuville style of handbrake turns, whereby you do multiple hoiks of the
Right
handbrake.
5 short. Into left 5, short, keep in, 80.
Which I don't know whether that's good or not, but it seems to be working with the handbrake issues that you find in this game.
And right 3, 80. Right 6, short, into left 3. Into left 4, short, tightens, and right 4, don't cut.
I must say, this isn't going to be the longest stream.
And left 4, don't cut, into left 4, short.
Um,
And right 5, into right 5, long, tightens, 100.
partly because my
6, short, don't cut.
sequential
Left 5,
shifter has got a
tightens,
sticking issue as I try to blow the engine,
Caution, right, small cut, 80.
which is rather
Left 3,
distracting.
short, into right 3, long, don't cut. And left 4, narrows, into right 4, don't cut. Into left 6, tightens, and right 5, short, narrows.
And I don't quite understand why.
Into left 6 and right 5, tightens, keep into left 5, into right 4, tightens.
This is one of those
150.
occasions where if you buy a more affordable
Left 5, keep in, 100.
sim racing item, it doesn't actually have the longevity, let's say a Fanatec or a,
Tightens, into flat right,
the new Simagic shifter, which I am interested in getting.
and finish.
Oh no!
Okay, let's carry on.
Oh dear. Ah, well. Sort of had a slight falling over there. But never mind. Hide and... So let's turn that down just a little bit. For whatever reason, my Go LXLR won't let me edit. Anyway. Why is it? There you are. So the WRC 2023 season should be an interesting one. And the main reason for that is because of this category that we're watching here. The Rally 2 category. Whereas in WRC 1 with the top spec hybrid 380 plus 200 brake horsepower of hybrid power, you only have 10 cars competing in WRC 1, which is just not enough. I mean, just by surviving, you can get yourself a top 4 or 5 finish, you know, quite easily. But with WRC 2, you've got 40 competitors. You know, pretty much quite a lot of competitors in each of the event. Well, the first one in Monte Carlo, You've got 40 cars on stage in this category. Yes, they're a mixture of WRC2 Masters, Junior WRC, WRC2 Juniors, whatever it's called, and then just a regular WRC2 Championship. Then you've got the national competitors who are using the R5/Rally 2 cars as well. But that's a lot of cars on track. I mean, you've got Andreas Mikkelsen still competing in WRC2 this year, just missing out on last year. You've got Emil Lindholm, who I think won the championship last year. Oliver Solberg is back in the WRC2 category, who's, you know, he's trying to rebuild his chances of going back into a Rally 1 car, and I think stepping back to WRC2 for him is a great way to achieve that. Gus Greensmith, yes, we know he buys his seat. We get that. We all know that he buys his seat for the Msport. However, he's not slow. He has a stage win in WRC. He has beaten Sebastian Loeb on stage, legitimately beating him on stage. Yes, that was only the once in God knows how many seasons, but still, he's not a slow driver, and he's a, you know, he does get points for Msport. Not as much as, you know, they would like, but some at the very least. So, the issue with WRC2 having so many cars is that, why would you watch WRC1? Yes, the cars are faster and those taking part are probably more, you know, famous or what have you. But you've got a greater competition in a junior category. I mean, it's incredible to think that the WRC2 category, the support series, is in a much more stable state than Rally 1. I mean, if I was a manufacturer, and I don't know why the Ergonomics bar is not working. If I was a manufacturer, or Skoda, Skoda's a perfect example. Skoda and TalkSport have pretty much been dominating Rally 2 for the past, I don't know, 10 years, Rally R5, since the classification sort of came out. And they have no appetite, really, to step up to Rally 1, because why would you? If you were standing from a business standpoint, you're much more successful marketing yourself in Rally 2 with all the customer cars. There's no reason for them to move up a category. And that's a car manufacturer who's really keen for rallying. I mean, they had the Volkswagen Polo, which dominated for many, many years in the top class. You know, Audi is going back to Formula 1. Seat has been doing some great stuff with the touring car series and the electric touring cars. Audi also has been doing rallycross. There's a part manufacturer, the part of the Volkswagen Audi group, who could jump straight into Rally 1, but they don't want to. There's a massive problem with Rally 1 and the WRC series at the moment. No. Oh! Yeah. My driving is like WRC Rally 1 Championship at the moment. So yeah, that's my first rant of the WRC 2023 season. If you want to watch some brilliant rally action, watch WRC 2, because there's so many more cars taking part. Yes, there are a couple of issues, as in you can pick the events you want to do. You have a nominated 6 or 7 events, and you can choose to do them or not. So you can end up in a season whereby you miss out competing against, let's say, Andreas Mikkelsen, for example. You know, who's fast everywhere. Let's go confirm repairs. Do I actually have a setup? No. Yeah, I'm not going to bother my backside. Tyre selection, they're good. So yeah, Rally 2. The argument, therefore, if you want to make WRC popular again and get many manufacturers, you need to entice manufacturers in. You could just make Rally 2 the top tier and then throw in the 20, 30, 40 grand hybrid system on top if you want to differentiate it a little bit. You know, just food for thought. Right, stage 2. We were quite a few seconds off, and the crash did not help us. But let's see if we can regain some positions over this short stage. I like Croatia as an event in the game. It's really good fun.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're off. Right 6, small cut, tightens 5 into left 5, keep into right 5, keep in 150.
There was a lot of 5s there.
Caution, left 5, short, into left 6, short, 50. Right 5, short, 50. Left 5, short, and left 5, 150. Caution, right 3, medium, 80. Over crest, left 5, short, and left 3. And right 4, long, tightens, 50. Left 3, 30. Over bridge, right 3, medium, widens, 100. Right 5, short, into left 6, tightens. Into right 5, short, into left 4, 100. Over crest, narrows, left 4, long, brake into right 3, narrows. And left 5, brake, 100.
Oh. I don't recall driving into a hedge there, but...
Left 3, hard brake, junction, 300.
There we are.
Left 4, keep in, 50. Right 4, tightens, 30.
That was silly of me.
Left 5, 100. Narrows, keep right and right 5. Into left 5, tightens, 3 in. Into right left 6, into right 5, keep into left 4, short, 50. Right 4, short, 80. Right 3, long, widens. And left 2, long. Into right 5, into left 5, short. And left 6. Into right 6, short and left 5. Into right 5, 80. Left 6, into right 6, 80. Caution, hard brake, junction, right 1, cut, and flat right cut, 50.
It's a fun little stage, this.
Right 5 cut, into left 5 long, tightens.
In the previous WRC games, I always preferred driving the WRC2 category cars.
Into right 3, 30.
Apart from the Skoda Fabio, which sounds bloody awful in this game.
Right 5 into left 4, cut.
Sounds like it's doing a wet
Right
fart
5,
driving
short,
around.
Right 4, 30.
This is
Left
good.
2 cut, into right 4, small cut.
This is pretty good fun to drive. Or pretend drive.
Right 5, small cut. And right 5, small cut, 80 and finish.
Heading over to the finish now. So I want to talk about Msport next. We're driving a Fiesta Rally 2. And so I want to talk about Msport for this next segment. Well, after the game decides to send the data. 15 seconds up. Brilliant. So, Msport has gone a different path. They gave an opportunity to Craig Breen, the Irish driver, to have a full season in a brand new car and to be the leader of the team. And it did not work well for him I don't know whether it's a matter of he put too much pressure on himself, or whether it was a case of he just ran out of talent, but it didn't go well for him. So what Msport decided to do, despite having Gus Greensmith bankrolling the team a little bit, they decided to get rid of Formo. Louis Lube? No, which one is it? Anyway, we're talking about Craig Breen. Craig Breen didn't actually get the points they wanted to, and none of the other drivers actually did their part. The only one that did was Loeb when he jumped back in and won Rally Monte Carlo first time around. So this season went for a different tact by getting an experienced world champion driver as Oyt Tanak back into the team, and that is an absolute win for them. Oyt previously was a part of the Msport program about 4 or 5 years ago, before jumping ship to Toyota Gazoo Racing when he won his first championship in 2019. He is an absolutely well-renowned, talented, experienced driver, and if he can get to grips with the Ford Puma, I think he's probably going to win the WRC this season. If I was a gambling man, I'll put a £10 bet. I am a bit of a gambling man. I might put a bet on him, but I think he's got a great chance to win. He is, I think, a lot happier with Msport than he was with Hyundai. Hyundai had a lot of team management issues, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, and he's got the whole team behind him. I think Msport, because they're only fielding 2 pro drivers, as it were, to score points, and then Jordan Sardeas, who is the happiest man in rallying, who's their 3rd driver for a selected event. I think they're trying to get Loeb in to basically bankroll some points, as long as they can work out the money side of things. But yeah, I think Msport are throwing all their money and effort at the Drivers' Championship, because that is going to do them so much good for the following season. I think they should have had another driver, Mickelson, Mickelson, a Hayden Paddon, although he probably wouldn't because of his reliance on Hyundai for the New Zealand Championship. But there was many other drivers that they could have picked to help bolster that team, but they've only gone for 2, and I can only assume that is for financial reasons more than anything else. And also, we haven't seen the Ford Puma livery yet. I think it's still going to be the electrified Red Bull colours that we saw previously. Which I have no problems with. It's a much nicer livery than the Hyundai or the Toyota Gazoo Racing. Right, this now onto the 3rd stage. Here we are. Skip. Let's swap tyres. I don't know if this makes any difference, but it's a short stage. Let's go for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! 30, flat left, keep into right 5, cut, and left 3 tightens, into right 5 tightens, left 3, and right 2 opens, into left 2, 30, caution, right 3, don't cut, into left 4, into right 3, and left 2 short, into right 5 and left 5, brake, right 4 tightens, rock in, into left 5, 30, left 2, right 5, brake, wall out, tightens 4, medium, 80, caution, brake, hairpin right, into right 3, tightens, 150, Caution, left 2, long, tightens over bridge, into flat right, 80. Caution, right 1, don't cut, into flat right. Into left 5, tightens, big cut. Into right 5 and left 4, cut, 30. Right 3, short, 80. Right 4, short, into left 5. Into right 6, and left 5, keep into right 4. Into left 5 and right 6, into left 6, brake 20. Square left cut, 100. Flat left into flat right, 150.
That was a fun little section there.
Flat right and right 5, short over crest, 100. Caution, brake, square left, cut, 50. Right 5, cut, into left 5, tightens. Right 5, small cut, into left 5, medium, tightens. Right 4, keep into left 3, small cut. And right 4, small cut, into left 3, small cut. Caution, brake, right left 2.
Oh yeah.
Caution, right 6, under bridge, open.
Can't believe I did a Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, but this is fun.
And left 5 into right 5, cut.
May not be fast
Right 6. Left 5
compared to some of the esports guys, but I really do not care.
Into left 5, short, and right 4, short, keep in. Left 4, 100. Right 3, medium, into left 4, short. Left 5. And right 3, into right 5, narrows, brake. Caution, hard brake, left 2, 150. Right 4, medium, tightens, into left 5. Right 3, opens. Right 3, keep into left 5, short. And left 4, keep into right 5, medium, tightens, 4. Left 5, tightens. Into right 5, brake, into left 5, don't cut. Hairpin right, narrows, into hairpin left, 200.
Too much and then too little.
Square
Never mind.
left, narrows, 50. Flat left, into finish.
Say what you want about WRC Generations, but that is what the game does really bloody well. A fantastic little stage. The car all in the groove. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That's when WRC Generation works. When it works really well is when it does stuff like that. That stage was brilliant. So we talked about WRC 2. We talked about Msport. Let's talk about our man Cyril. Now, you can see I'm wearing Williams Racing. I am also a Formula 1 fan as well as a rally fan. Sorry, but I am. And much as Cyril was... He's quite an emotional character on the field. He had a lot of rivalry with Christian Horner, and he had no issues in poking Christian Horner as well. Have you seen from the Drive to Survive series? I had a bit of toing and throwing, but I don't think he did it maliciously. He's not a malicious character, but he fully admits that he wears his heart on his sleeve, and I think he's going to find himself in a tricky situation at Hyundai. Because I don't think that he would want to play second fiddle. Well, I say I don't think he would want to play second fiddle to Thierry Neuville. Whereas with the Renault and Alpine team, he was sort of pushed around a little bit, or could be perceived to be pushed around a little bit by the drivers. And Thierry Neuville has built up the Hyundai team around him. He is the nucleus of the Hyundai rally team. You know, it is built for Thierry Neuville for him to win the championship. And I think anybody coming in to be the principal is going to have some issues with that. Not that I'm saying Thierry Neuville is a prickly character. I don't think he is. He's just a racing driver, and he wants the best. And he doesn't want the boat to be rocked as such by someone new coming in, telling him how he's going to do things. I think he's going to want to basically show Cyril that he's still numero uno in the team. And as the drivers goes, that's not going to be a problem. He's competing against Esa-Pekka. What's with the camera there? He's competing with Esa-Pekka Lappi, who is, I think, one of the best second drivers in the World Rally Championship. He can win on his day, but he's just a consistent point scorer. He does brilliantly on gravel, on snow, and does really quite well on tarmac. I think he's with an extra 1% of something to get him up to being number one driver in a team. I think it's quite possible. He has said previous seasons that he was quite happy doing the part-time driver role, jumping in at necessary reduced testing and all that sort of good stuff, so that he can spend time with his family. So it's a big commitment from him to jump from, you know, a better work-life balance, and then doing a full season as support driver for Thierry Neuville. I'm really looking forward to see Esa-Pekka Lappi at Hyundai with a full season, because he's going to get quite a few podiums, quite a lot of podiums, and I can foresee him doing really, really well. Do I think Thierry Neuville's got a shot this season? Hyundai has been on the up and up. They've had their most successful year last year, winning 5 rallies compared to TGR's 4. You know, if they can keep that trajectory with a new leader in front, Thierry Neuville as well, Hyundai have got a fantastic chance to win the championship. More chance than Msport has anyway. Should have put a bit more power towards the end there. I think Toyota Gazoo Racing is going to be hard to beat. But now that Elfyn Evans, Ogier and Takuma Sato back have got to grips with the car, they're going to be very hard to beat. But I'm excited to see what Lappi does, particularly at Hyundai. I think Thierry Neuville's always going to be there, but I always believe that Thierry's going to be a maybe driver. Unless he improves his gravel spec driving ability, I'm not sure whether he's going to win the World Championship. I hope he does. But I don't. I think he's going to struggle a lot more, let's say, Ott Tanak in achieving that. Ott Tanak's got to learn the new car. Thierry Neuville's got to learn a bit more about driving in conditions that he's not so au fait with. But yeah, an interesting one. There you are. Cool. Right. Tires are in good order. Just gonna jack. Yep, I think the stream is going well. And the most views I've had is 2, so yay. Anyway. Yep. Cool. Right, there we are. Let's go. Let's start the stage. The final stage, the power stage. It is a long one. But it's going to be clear weather. It's going to be dawn. In fact, what is up with my... The battery might have died. What's my lights? E. Okay. Hopefully it hasn't turned my degrees to 40 degrees. So we've got a 20-kilometer stage now, a proper rally stage. Or I like to think so. Let's give it a go.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 30, right 3, tightens, hard brake, square right, into flat left, 150. Right 4, tightens, small cut, into left 3, small cut, and right 2, small cut. Into bumps, left 4, narrows, and left 4, short. And right 5, small cut, into left 6, 80. Left 3, 100.
No.
Left 4, small cut, into right left 5, small cut, 100.
Nearly into the wall there.
Right 5, long. Into left 5, short, and left 6, short, bumpy. Into hairpin left, widens, 100. Right 6, into left 6, narrows, 50.
This shifter sticking when I'm going down is really annoying me.
Into left 5, short.
Sprayed it with WD-40, I've played around with it, but it still sticks on occasion.
5, short. Into right 2, long. And left 3, tightens, medium.
3 seconds down.
And left 4, don't cut, opens.
Oh.
And right 4, keep into left 5, don't cut. Into right 5, short, don't cut. Into left 6, don't cut. And right 5, medium, into left 6, 150. Caution, narrows, keep left. Into right 4. And left 4, 80. Right 4, medium, 300. Caution, right 3, big cut at junction, wall in, 150. Narrows, right 4, tightens, into left 3. Into right 5, long, tightens, 100. Right 4, narrows, and right 4. Into left 5, caution, 30. Left 3, over bridge, narrows. Right 6, tightens 4, short, 30. Left 4, don't cut, long. Right 4, into left right 6, short. Left 3, 200. Caution, right 4, long, 100.
Is Msport ever making a comeback?
Caution, left 5, into right 4.
With Oitanak, yeah.
120.
I don't think there was a problem with the car last season.
Left 4, into right 4.
I mean,
tightens.
Lowe proved that by winning the Monte Carlo event and Craig Green coming third.
Into right
They've
4,
got a
tightens, into left
rapid
2, long.
Ford Puma.
Into right 3, into left
I think
4,
Oitanak
20.
is the guy who can consistently take them to the next level. Craig was the wrong person. Much as I love Craig Bree, and I'm so happy that he's still in the WRC, it was too much for him.
Into left 5, into right 5, narrows, 100.
The reliability's not there for the Ford Puma. Loeb had a few,
Into right 6, short, 80.
I think it was two of the events he had breakdowns, which wasn't his fault. But I think Msport, if I was ever, I think I said this in at the end of the first stage, Oitanak's got
Into right 5, tightens, into left 4,
one of the
short.
best chances to win the WRC this season, as long as he gets a grip of the car. But I think Msport as a team just need more money at the end of the day. I think Ford has bailed them out a little bit for the 2023 season. But yeah, they'll be back. Don't worry, they'll be back.
Right 2 narrows and left 4.
Although he may jump across to Rally Raid if the rumours at Dakar are true.
Right 5 tightens 3 short.
Has the game improved the updates? Kind of. The people still have the handbrake and that. The throttle issue's not as bad, but it's still there. It's got the launch control system, which it's a bit iffy in this game compared to every other racing game that's been produced. It doesn't make it not unplayable, it's just you have to work around it, which you don't necessarily want to do in a game. I wasn't surprised, and the only reason why I'm saying I'm not surprised is because I was more surprised he went to Hyundai, to be honest. Hyundai has always been Thierry Neuville's team. You know, to go to a team which you know is set up for one driver, where Thierry Neuville's a very nucleus of Hyundai. You know, to go there as the former world champion and then not get the support you want isn't ideal. And I said this earlier on at the end of the second stage, I think. Oyt Tanak used to be at Msport, you know, six years ago or so. Then he jumped across to Toyota, won the championship in 2019, then jumped to Hyundai. And Hyundai has so many management issues. Because the team principal left. Then they got, is it Julien Monset as the deputy team leader, who Thierry didn't like and openly said he shouldn't be team principal, despite having the most successful Hyundai season or the most rally wins. Bit bizarre. So yeah, I'm not surprised he went back to Msport. I think him going back to Msport has meant that they can't field another one of the development drivers like I have done previous seasons. Yeah, I'm worried for WRC1. I'm worried for WRC as a whole. I'm going to do a YouTube video about it soon, but I'm thinking about doing a video soon and talking about the rise of Rally Raid and sports utility vehicles. If you ever get the chance to listen to the Dirtfish podcast, I would recommend it, because they talk about, you know, the future of the World Rally Championship and how Rally Raid, or what Dakar Rally is going to be a bigger competitor. I mean, Pro Driver, in, as we know from the Subaru Impreza of the 2000s, have given up on rallying and focus all their efforts on Rally Raid. All the cars, most popular cars being sold at the streets are crossovers and sports utility vehicles and trucks. You know, people are going to want to see their Ford Ranger or their Nissan X-Trail on rally stages or rally raid events. So that's one issue that WRC1 has. Secondly, it's attracting manufacturers. Rallying is, per each mile you do, is actually quite affordable for manufacturers, because you're doing hundreds of miles every, you know, every couple of weeks for a competition. The issue is that they're so expensive. You know, you're looking at 7 figures for a Rally 1 car, there or thereabouts. You know, and yet the WRC 2 cars, or Rally 2, are what? 200,000? 150,000? 200,000? I mean, WRC 2 has Citroen, Skoda, Volkswagen, Ford, Citroen, Volkswagen, Ford, Proton, Suzuki even have a Rally 2 car in the East. I mean, logic would dictate that you Peugeot as well, sorry, I forgot about Peugeot. They've also got a WRC 2 car. I mean, why don't you make Rally 1, the WRC top tier, WRC 2 spec, but just throw in the hybrid? The hybrid's plug and play. Yes, you have to do some manufacturing work, of course, but the hybrid comes from a single provider. So if you were a gentleman driver, you can buy a Rally 2 car, spend 50,000 extra, and then get yourself a Rally 1 car. And then you have a lot more manufacturers, a lot more participants. I mean, at Rally Monte Carlo, you've got 10 WRC 1 cars, which is not enough, but 40 WRC 2 cars. 40! Usually support series give closer racing in the road circuit tarmac world, but this year is going to be epic. Mickelson's, Solberg, Lindholm, Gus Greensmith even. Francois Delacour's coming back from Monte Carlo. Like, that's a championship I want to watch. Yeah, but Dakar's one example of Rally Raid. You know, if you did Rally Raid in the UK, it's basically rallying, but a lot more off-road focus. The tracks are a lot more churned up, and smaller events. They take up less space, therefore you can have spectators watching. But also, manufacturers are not making hot hatches in the numbers anymore. You know, rallying has always been built upon either performance saloons or performance hot hatches, such as, you know, the Ford Focus RS, Ford Fiesta, Hyundai 20 Next, but no one's buying those cars. Ford has cancelled stock production on the Ford Fiesta, which was the most sold car in the UK for the last, barring 1 year, for the last 12 years. Because they're not making any money from hatchbacks anymore. They make money from SUVs, sort of pickup trucks, you know, bigger, larger vehicles. So so if you're selling all your cars, which are a certain way, what are people going to do? They want to see their own car that they have race. You know? So I would love to see the Dacia Duster tearing around on a Rally Raid versus the Nissan X-Trail. I think that'd be awesome. You know, personally for me. Yeah, so... Well, Subaru are still... They're not in the World Rally Championship, but they're still in the American Rally Association, the ARA, as well as in New Zealand and Australia. Subaru Motorsport is kind of just Subaru Motorsport USA now. But they have Group N category in the UK, which is basically made up of Imprezas and Evos. You won't see Subaru back because they're just too smaller of a manufacturer, unless they're bankrolled by Toyota, because they have a technical agreement, hence the Subaru BRZ. You won't see Subaru back in the World Rally Championship. I mean, ProDrive was the ones that used Subaru Imprezas for the WRC back in the 90s and 2000s. They're now doing Rally Raid, you know. They're focused all their efforts on the electrification of the Rally Raid cars. That's another thing. If you want manufacturers are making big electric or hybrid SUVs. That's where the money is. You need to have a championship that tailors to that. And I don't think rallying does necessarily. Hence why they had to force through hybrid. You know, either you make it completely bespoke for the manufacturers, where they build their own hybrid cars, well, their own hybrid power, hybrid units, their own motors, maybe WRC E or an EWRC. Yeah, bigger cars are. I think SUVs and sports utility vehicles, crossovers, as we call them in the UK, are pretty much the most sold cars. You know, you either got a big Range Rover 4x4 style vehicle, or you've got an SUV, a smaller version crossover, so you can fit 5 people in it and have a big boot without it looking like an estate. We've gone backward a bit. Well, I think we have anyway. I mean, the Ford Puma, the ST line, whatever they're called, is a good looking car, but the centre of gravity is too high for it to be a proper racer. So that's why in the WRC1 they're all space frame chassis. There's no comparison between the WRC1 spec cars to the road going production values, whereas in the Rally 2 the chassis I think is still predominantly based on the production car. You know, so you can literally win on Sunday, buy on Monday. It's a lot closer with WRC2 than it is in WRC1, because you take off the bodywork, they've got this space frame bloody safety cell, which is cool, but it's a bespoke thing. It's kind of like you just put bodywork on a buggy, like a dune buggy kind of thing, and I don't know. Rallying is in a very touchy place at the moment, and there's a lot that the WRC need to do to develop and enhance the sport. Well, I'm. That's very kind of you to say. I've tried to do this sim rally thing for like a year, but I don't have the time for it. To be A, really good at driving cars, and B, talk about rallying. So I'm trying to skin both cats here by doing a bit of sim rally when I can, and then talking about the WRC. I think there's a gap on YouTube for someone to talk about rallying. I mean, you have Dirtfish, and you have is it Rally Beast as well. If you search him up on YouTube, who talk about the history of rallying, and occasionally you get a snippet from Aidan Millward. But if you've watched Formula 1, you might have heard of a YouTube channel called WTF1, which is basically fan-made, yes, it's owned now, but fan-made content on Formula 1. And I think there's a gap in the market for something similar for the World Rally Championship, or rallying in general. So not that I'm trying to fill that void, but it would be good to talk about rallying a bit more, because all my colleagues at work, I'm like, yeah, I'm a rally fan. They're like, what? Hey? They all know Formula 1 because of Drive to Survive, but not many people know rallying. And I'm nowhere near knowledgeable as some bobble hatters of rallying. It's got very much got an air of the what's rallying? Rallying's got marketing problem or an image problem. Most people who watch rallying nowadays are kind of anoraks. You don't get the casual. You can't be a casual rally fan. You either got to know and love rallying. Does anyone cover the WRC season? No, I don't. Apart from Dirtfish and Red Bull Rally, the YouTube channels, I can't find a. But not in any large numbers anyway. I think you get one or two people who are like me with like 200 plus subscribers, but no one, I think, does a, WRC Monte Carlo rally review. Let's do a chat about it. So I think there's definitely a gap somewhere. But my video editing skills and time needed to make a video that I want to make on WRC, particularly with copyright rules as well, is a bit daunting. I've only just started learning about all this stuff, so not about rallying, but about video editing and copyright bits and bobs. So, but yeah, people don't do see it because rallying, particularly this generation with TikTok, in particular YouTube Shorts and Reels, seeing a rally car go by off-road at a 90-degree angle to the corner is absolutely enthralling because you can be right behind the tree recording it, and that could be shared multiple times. So it's absolutely fantastic to watch. It's just the product that you get in the Yeah, see, the TikTok I think is purely entertainment. So if I was to trying to make rally news is difficult anyway, but then to make rally news purely entertainment, yeah, I got to learn TikTok then. I think it's difficult. I have got a TikTok account which I haven't really used. It's just time. I work a 8 till 6 job Monday to Friday, and then I've got a newborn. Well, I say newborn, she's now 15 months old, kiddo. So it's just the time. So that's why I'm learning to video edit and stream and talk about this stuff at the same time, so that when I do decide to make a video, I can cut it all down, splice it all up, and make it quite quick to do. When I first started doing YouTube, I thought, I'll be easy, just click record, do my thing, finish. But you end up with a shitty quality, well, not as good quality video. And particularly when you're wanting to talk about or review. What's happened there? WRC has decided not to we'll move on from that. But yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool to do. Yeah, I need to learn more about this content creation stuff. And second place, that's all right. Learn more about this content creation stuff, but if people now YouTube search WRC 2023 season, they're going to see hopefully this part of the live stream, and I need to put timestamps of when I'm actually talking about the stuff I'm talking about. Morale at 1, huzzah, money. But yeah, WRC 2023 season. I'm looking forward to it. Was it Monte Carlo next weekend, Thursday? Hopefully we'll get some more snow. I don't want it to be. It shouldn't just be a tarmac event, which I fear that it might be. If any of the testing video shows anything, it's the Are they on red? I have no idea. Place in reserve. Oh, God. Yeah, renew contract. I really don't. This is the one annoying thing about WRC generations. People really like this stuff. I can't be arsed with it. Contract fine. Dismiss. I don't care. There you are. Happy days. Dare to make any predictions? Or what for Monte Carlo? Ooh. Predictions. I predict that who we got competing? You've got Msport, got Tanak. Is it Lube or is it Formal? And then no one else from Msport, only 2 cars. You've got Lappi, Yeovil, and Danny Sordo. Danny Sordo, part-time driver. I think he's probably going to get a podium. He's just that sort of guy. He's got like 20 years of rallying experience under his belt. You know, I think he might get 3rd. I think Tanak has never done well at Monte Carlo. I don't think he's ever finished in the podium. No, I don't think he's ever had. So I think Sordo 3rd. I'm going to put Elvin Evans is going to get the win. And then I'm going to have Yeovil 2nd, I think, for Monte Carlo. Let's do a historic race. Why not? As for the championship as a whole, I think for the championship as a whole, it's going to be really hard to beat Toyota as manufacturer's world champion. Yeah. Toyota for manufacturer's world championship, and I'll have Oit Tanak as world champion this year. It's my guess. M-Sport aren't going to win the manufacturers. Ain't going to happen. But I think if Oit Tanak, who's back in a team that he, loves, in a car that we know from last year is rapid on its day, I think he's got a good chance because they've got one less car, M-Sport, so they're going to focus their efforts on parts and bits and bobs and development for their one big driver. So yeah, Tanak for the championships, Toyota for the world manufacturers title, and I think I still, because I'm British bias, I want to say Elfyn Evans is going to be the top Toyota driver. I think Robin Pera is going to I think he's going to be up there. I think he's going to get loads of podiums, and he's going to have quite a few. He's going to have loads of podiums, a couple of wins maybe, but I don't think he's going to win the championship this year. I mean, they do have Cyril from Formula One now.
5, 4.
Let's sort out the camera angle. Yeah, they do have Cyril from that one. From Formula One, who has now joined the team. Which, it depends. It depends on whether Yeovil is happy to take the advice of someone who doesn't know rallying as his team principal. Cyril himself in the interview said he's got a lot to learn. And learning from a team that has been in disarray for the last... I mean, they've won so many events in the last 6 months, but learning from a team that has got some management issues when they've just lost Oit Tanak. That's not a bad prediction. I mean, it's toss up between the 3. But Yeovil hasn't won a world championship yet. And he's not as strong on gravel as I think he should be in order to win the championship. But then we have got a few extra tarmac events, so that's not a bad call, Bucket. I think that's worth a £5 punt, actually.
3, 2, 1. We're off. Right 5 into left 3 opens 30. Left 4 into right 6 hard brake. Into junction left 3 opens long don't cut 30.
Oh no!
Oops, turn around.
I will. Thank you, Neville.
Right 5 keep in 30. Left 4 into right 4 brake the hairpin right 30.
Yeah, Hyundai, I don't think they'll get it together. I don't know what it is about Hyundai. Great team, great drivers, lots of resources.
Into right 4 tightens, don't cut. Into left
They won the
5,
World
30.
Manufacturers Championship,
Right 3 over crest,
but I don't
left
think they
4,
have as
40
strong as
over
lineup.
crest.
I am a bit of a Esapekalapi fanboy.
Right 3 opens long, keep in.
And I'm so happy that he's got a full season.
And left 1,
But I
don't
think with a
cut,
full
into right
season
5.
under his belt, I think this year Yeovil will beat Lappy, but I think next season Lappy's going to beat
Left 4
Yeovil
short, 40. Right 3 short, don't cut,
over the
100.
course of the season. Maybe I should stop crapping on
Right 5,
Hyundai.
40. And left 6 tightens 4 into right 4 bumpy, keep in 40. And square left, don't cut for right 5. Into left
Yeah,
4,
I think
3
you're
in,
right.
tightens
He's
3 into right 5, 80.
forever the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Hairpin right, don't cut into left 5 long over crest.
You know, which is not. It's not a reputation you want.
Into hairpin left long over junction, don't cut.
I mean, he scores loads of points for the team, and they won a Manufacturers World Championship with him as their lead driver.
Hairpin
So,
right, don't cut into left 5, 30.
and he's not slow. I think the events have to go his way, as in
Left 4, don't cut, narrows 40.
when he's on
Right 5,
tarmac,
left
he'll
1,
win.
short.
He should win.
Into right 1, don't cut 30.
And he just doesn't crash out.
Chicane right, don't cut into bump 40. And left 6 tightens, brake into right.
I met Newville once at
6, 40.
the IIPA rally in Belgium. It was a few years ago. Met him briefly. I was there co-driving in a Land Rover of all cars. He only spent a minute chatting to me. He was wondering why I turned up as a co-driver in a
Opens, don't cut.
rusty old Land Rover.
Narrows, don't cut.
He sort of laughed and walked away afterwards. I showed him the inside of the car. He seems like a nice guy.
Tightens. And crest into right 4, tightens 3.
And I hope he wins. I hope he does win a world championship, because I think he needs to for his own sanity. You know, having multiple years, full seasons in Hyundai as a top driver and not having the world championship as a driver champion, I think must do something to your mental health. Or maybe not mental health, but you know what I mean. Like, it must be, you know, oh, I missed out kind of thing. Do you co-drive? I have co-driven. I was a part of a rally team, and we rallied old Land Rovers. So I've done a few events, mainly in the UK. I did Belgium IIPA rally a few years ago when it was part of the ERC, and I did one rally in Iceland of all places, which I won't recommend, because if you crash, you die. They don't have much safety in Iceland. Yeah, I've co-driven. I did get my license to drive, but it just costs a lot. Hence why I've got a pretend rally car in my spare room, because it's a lot more affordable. Actually, crew member training. Let's do some crew member training. They can have some fun. Yeah, co-driving's nails. It's really quite hard. Physio contract. Oh, I'm gonna start dismissing people. Yeah, because co-drivers actually work all the time. Yeah, the thing is with that though, I did a couple of seasons as a co-driver, so I only co-driven probably about 12 events, maybe less. I mean, having the WRC 2023 predictions would be good, but I think if I say real life co-driver, people would be like, oh, he must be doing the British Rally Championship or, you know, whatever. It's a bit like saying footballer predicts World Cup results when I play a five-a-side. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't quite marry up. I think if John Armstrong did Rally Driver Predicts 2023 or whatever, then that will be good. But if I do it, I don't think it'll have the same effect. But I think I want to do a video sort of like predictions of the 2023 season as a bit of like a discussion. Gets us bubble hatters, us rally fans, talking about it.
4, 3, 2, 1, go! 100, keep left, caution, square right, 50. Left 5, brake, keep right into square left, over bump, narrows, 60. Acute hairpin left. And square right, narrows, 60.
Oh, come on. And that's why I'm a co-driver and not a driver. Yeah, I'm going to do a video explaining, doing some predictions on WRC or talking about the WRC season and how I think WRC could improve. Ah, come on.
And right 4 into caution, jump into square left and donut. And left 2 short into square right, into square left, widens 30.
Fantastic donut there. I hate little stages like this for driving. For watching, they're great fun. Yeah. I mean, there's something within that.
Danger, square left, keep in, narrows 30, caution, brake, left 2, short, into
But
hairpin right,
you need to come from a position of authority, and aside from being a fan, as you can tell from my driving, and being a fan is, I think you need to have some
donut, 60.
some kudos behind you in that. Like you're a subject matter expert in the field because of X, Y, and Z. You know, I've only did. Oh, I thought that was a finish. I'm gonna give that. It's not going well for me. Oh, thanks, Bucket. Really appreciate it. There's always room for improvement. Yeah, I think there is a gap in the market for a WRC YouTube sort of content, because that's what the WRC does worse than pretty much any other championship, particularly the last few years, is sell the drivers and sell themselves. Ken Block was a perfect example of Ken Block RIP. was a perfect example of someone who marketed rallying to a brand new audience. And WRC could learn a lot from drifting, from Formula One, from pretty much any other sport discipline, in selling off these great characters. I mean, Jari-Matti Latvala was a nearly man for 10 years in WRC, and now he runs the team that has been dominant the last few seasons. That's a great story. Rovanperä, the youngest WRC winner in history, since he's younger than Colin McRae. Was he won previously as young? Maybe 27 he won it? Like, fantastic stories, and the WRC is really bad at selling itself. Yeah, you're right, Matt from the... No, I don't... I think you're probably right. But I don't think Matt wasn't a driver, he was a fan. And he marked himself as knowledgeable because he spent X amount of years on WTF1, and then before WTF1 he was doing comedy skits about Formula One as well as gaming as well. But he's a personality. A journalist, personality, what have you. So I think I would need to build up a bit of a sort of subscriber base before I can start speaking with, not authority, but you know what I mean. Like maybe authority is the right word, or what have you. But we'll have to start somewhere. But it's not a bad idea to do something like that. Yeah, I don't get it with WRC. Why can't they market themselves better? WRC is perfectly suited for the TikTok clips. I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, I can give up. Yes.
We'll have to do this race again.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, WRC is perfectly marketed to a TikTok, a younger generation, but it's too filled with... Oh, is it the rally season, is it? Rally Sardinia. That'd be good. Give that a go. But it's too filled with... It's just... What they show on the WRC Plus is just boring content, or not as exciting content. Well, I find it anyway. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's give that a go. It's amazing how long you can spend talking bad about a sport or a hobby or an interest that you really quite like.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're off. Left 4 narrows, into left 5 tightens, brake for hairpin right. Into left 3 short and right 2, don't cut.
We haven't even gotten to the subject of
To left 3 short.
WRC gaming.
Into brake for hairpin left. And right 1, don't cut.
Which has its whole issues.
And left 5 short and right 4 tightens. And flat left, don't cut, and right 5 bumpy, tightens. Into left 3 tightens 2, don't cut, rock out. Into right 3 short, don't cut, into left 3 short, opens. Into flat right long, over bump. And left 3 tightens, into right 2, medium.
Oh, no.
Feeling a bit shaken?
Yeah, I am, Neville.
Let's go again. And left 5 short into right 5. Into left 4 short, opens. And right 5 into left 3 short. Into flat right 200 over bumps. Right 4, don't cut, 40. And left 5 short into right 4, very long, 30. Left 3, very long, tightens into right 5, keep in, 50.
Oh, come on.
Right 5 tightens, 30. Right 5 short, tightens 3, don't cut, narrows at junction. Into left 5, narrows, keep in, 30.
Salvaged it.
Right 3 opens. And left 4 into right 5, narrows, 30. Pinks into right 5, 50. Left 5 short, 30, keep middle. And left 5 short cut into right 5 and left 4 tightens, very long, keep in. Into right 6 over crest, into flat left, into bump, brake for left 4, bumpy, into right 4, opens. Into caution, brake for square right. And flat right, bumpy, 100. And left 2 tightens, medium. And right 3 long, opens, 40.
Apart from my roll, this has been quite a fun
Left 3
stage.
opens into left 4 over crest. And right 4 over crest tightens. Into left 5 medium, tightens, 40. Right 5, 40. Caution, brake for square right, 80. Right 6 long,
Yeah,
tightens,
green
4.
sector, finally.
And left 4 into right 6, opens. Into flat right, tightens 5 and left 5, bumpy, don't cut. And right 3 long, don't cut, opens 60 over crest. Right 5 tightens, into left 4, hard brake for hairpin left, don't cut, 60. And right 5 tightens short, 30 for finish.
Oh. That was alright. Except for the roll at the beginning. And my very sticky sequential shifter. Anyway, I hope you're all enjoying the stream. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself another alcohol-free beer. So I'll be back in just a moment. And we are back. I hope you're well. Just got myself a Heineken Zero. Could you never drink and drive? It's also the only alcohol-free beer that actually tastes kind of like beer. Or kind of like lager, I should say. So I'm going to finish off this rally, and then I'm probably going to call the stream to an end there. There are a couple of other topics we can talk about with the World Rally Championship 2023. Did I delete it? Must have done. Q. Are you actually hopeful of Codemaster's future with the WRC licenses? I am for the next iteration of the game. We'll do the stage, and I'll explain why I am hopeful in one sense and then not hopeful in another. Again, it would be a really good YouTube video on it. So let me do the stage, and then I'll answer your question.
4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hairpin right, don't cut. 30 into jump. Right 4, keep out. Tightens 2, short, 30. Open hairpin right, into left 3, short. And acute hairpin left, don't cut. And hairpin right, don't cut. Bail out, open, 40.
I can hear that other rally car louder than my own.
Caution, right 3, into acute hairpin right, bail in. To left 1, 30. Right 2 short and caution, hairpin left, don't cut, into right 5, keep in. And left 1 short, don't cut.
Yeah.
And hairpin right, don't cut, 30 into jump. Right
Getting
4,
quite a
keep
bit
out,
of
tightens 2,
jitteriness
short,
in the
30.
screen. I hope it's not coming through to you guys, but
Open hairpin right, into left 3, short.
this doesn't want to seem to be particularly stable at the moment.
Acute hairpin left, don't cut. And hairpin right, don't cut, bail out, open, 40.
I don't know how I'm still a second and a half ahead, but fine, I'll take it.
Caution, right 3, into acute hairpin right, bail in. To left 1, 30. Right 2 short and caution, hairpin left, don't cut, into right 5, keep in. And left 1 short, don't cut, into finish.
Oh. Turn too early. Cool. Am I hopeful of Codemasters? I'm hopeful for the next iteration of the game. So I've read a few things online from a few sources, and essentially what Dirt Rally 3 has been scrapped. And what they're doing is they've taken the remnants of what they've made so far for Dirt Rally 3, and they're making that into the next WRC game, which is kind of what we want. We wanted Dirt Rally 2.0 with WRC 1 spec cards, and maybe a decent career mode and all that sort of stuff. So for the next iteration of the game, yeah, I'm quite excited, because if it's mainly simulation based like Dirt Rally 2 was, not full simulation, I'm not expecting it to be like Assetto Corsa iRacing rFactor 2 levels of simulation, but as long as everything's believable, it's difficult, fun, works in VR, which will be fantastic as well, then the next game should be pretty damn good. What doesn't fill me with confidence is that it's EA. And EA are famous for... Is it for making really shit products or screwing over their customer base with downloaded content? I think it's a bit of both. I don't like that EA's the one running the show. Yes, with Codemasters obviously doing the game design element, but there'll still be EA-isms. And then secondly, it's bad for competition because you only have one manufacturer, Ford and British Driver. Yep. The only one. When you only have one competitor, not a competitor, sorry, when you only have one person doing rally simulations, it's a monopoly. Why would EA and Codemasters make the next game really good? Because they're not competing against anybody. You know, unless another game developer comes out saying we're making Richard Burns Rally 2.0 or Ken Block Rally would be a fun game. I'll play that. There's no one for the next WRC game to compete with, you know. So why would they make the best product possible? They don't need to. So for the next game, I am excited because it's based on Dirt Rally, what the work they were doing for Dirt Rally 2. But I'm not terribly confident for the series in the future. I think it will be good because it's going to be the next WRC game, but WRC and World Rallycross are now under the same motorsport authority, the same producers, as it were. So whereas Dirt Rally 2 had the Rallycross World Championship as well, you might see the next WRC game with Rallycross in it, which would be awesome, you know. But next game excited, game after not so. Why not Hyundai and British Driver? Because you haven't got a British driver for Hyundai. You got Craig Breen, who's Irish. Unless I'm missing out on someone, mate. Elfyn Evans is with Toyota. Why don't I choose the Hyundai? I just like the Ford Fiesta. I also owned a Ford Fiesta, not a rally car, obviously. I owned a Ford Fiesta because every British person, I think, has owned a Ford Fiesta. You missed out on the chat earlier, Henrik, when we were talking about the future of WRC and how it's not going to be hot hatches or like the Yaris or the Fiesta or the i20N. It's going to be Rally Raid is the future, you know, which is scary.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're off. 30.
Are you not looking forward to the game, Bucket?
And right 3 downhill tightens, don't cut. 30, caution. Left 3 bumps, keep in. Into right 5, hard brake. Into left 3, don't cut. Opens into forest.
I'm looking forward to the next WRC game because different is usually good. And Killerton had their chance making the best rally game and they keep fumbling it just a little bit. But I think Codemasters and EA had about 2 years to develop Dirt Rally 3 at least, and they've got another year to make it WRC-fied. I think it's due to release end of spring, maybe in Q2 of this year. So we don't have to wait too long for it to come out. And I will do a review on it, or at least the first impressions, because I kind of prefer doing first impression videos and reviews, because the only thing I'm interested in is driving. Broken Skoda.
And right 4, don't cut, and left 5 short.
Oh, Death Button and complain.
Right 4 tightens, into left 5 short, 50.
I was the exact same way with iRacing. Yes, I'll buy your stupid car for $15 or whatever it is.
west.
And I'm complaining the whole time. But we're sim racers. We do like to complain about...
Let's get back on the track.
Thank you, Neville.
Right,
This is why you shouldn't talk and drive.
And left 3 short, tightened into
We're sim
right
racers.
5,
We're
brake.
gatekeepers. We An insult for us is calling something simcade.
And left 1.
How dare they make some of the best stages in the world, but they can't sort out that
Opens. Precaution, big jump into
the
left
wheel
5,
arch is
right
actually
4,
black, not white, like it keeps showing. For the... Ooh.
into right 4, 50 into forest.
Yeah, we're really bad for that. We're not a very good community for supporting our developers, because if they do something ever so slightly out of place, we just butcher them.
Left 3 short, 40.
Uh,
Right 3, don't cut. And left
yeah, I
5,
hope so
70.
too. Didn't they make
Left
They
3,
did the
very
last
long,
V
overcrest.
Rally, didn't they? Was it V Rally they made? Which is definitely more arcade.
I'm okay. You
I'm very well, Neville.
right 3 long
Um,
into finish.
they did V Rally, and you know I was born in the '90s, so I remember playing V Rally and V Rally 2 as a kid on the old PlayStation. And it would be cool if they came back to it, doing another V Rally title. I know they got Test Drive Unlimited, which will have some off-roading elements, but that's going to be pure arcade. I hope another developer or a developer does something to rival Codemasters and what they do next. Worried about the philosophy of stages. You're expecting Dirt 4. Yeah. I mean, Dirt 4 had some really good ideas. Having the build your own stage, or whatever it's called, was great. They just needed a lot more tiles. What went against them was the way that every car had a massive ton of understeer. I think I only did like 2-3 hours in the game, and I went, nah, this ain't for me. Because I couldn't get over the fact that A, it wasn't Dirt Rally physics, and it was just all generic. Which is why for Dirt 5 they went full hooligan arcade on it, which I think is probably best for that genre of game. I think there's a place to having 2 different rally titles, one which is full arcade, hooligan, drifty, gincana, all that sort of stuff, and then one which is simulation. I think Dirt 4 tried to find a middle ground, tried to appease everyone and appease no one in the end. I must say in Dirt Rally 2 the stages were good, they were just a bit short. I've seen side-by-side video comparisons of guys driving on the roads that some of the stages are from. The best game to do stages, WRC does, Killerton does the best stages for a feel of a stage, but the most accurate stages was Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo, because they took the GPS data from some of the stages and put that into the game. So if Codemasters, which has the money, did that, that would be epic. I feel like the stages will be game feel. Yeah, I don't... Do I think it would be a bit... I haven't played Dark Souls. You know, maybe when I rolled then I should have put a You Are Dead thing come up. But there was nothing wrong with the Dirt Rally 2 stages, and I think it's going to be more the same for the next iteration of WRC. What I did like about Generations and the WRC in Killerton was that you had 185 stages, and they were long stages as well. You know, they can be really long. I mean, what would be ideal if you had your build your own stage thing in there? which had lots of tiles, or you can manipulate yourself, improve on what they did for Dirt 4. But 3 tires. There you are. Yeah, okay. I mean, if every stage was like that, I'll see it being a problem. It depends which, because they're going to be replicating the real world rallies. So as long as they grab the feel of the real world rallies or take inspiration from them. God, that Skoda sounds terrible. I don't think it'll be too bad. But I see your point. If you start off every stage with 5 left, 5 right, 5 left, 5 right, into hairpin, you know, it's going to get tedious after a while. Their stages was a lot more generic than WRC Generations. But real world rallying, for my limited experience, I should say, you do get that. You do get the start being quite fast and the end being quite fast. And then you get the spectator zone where you have to do slow and wiggly so that the spectators can see the car. So yeah, I get your point. I would agree that if they do a formulaic solution for the stages, then it's not going to be as fun. That's why I hope for a build your own stage kind of thing, because that would be epic.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 30 flat right bumpy, keep in. And left 3. And right 3 downhill tightens.
I'm just kind of looking forward to doing rallying in VR again on new stages. I mean, I do play Richard Burns Rally in VR. And Assetto Corsa with their rally mods is really good in VR on tarmac stages. You know, I don't. For me, I just don't want the only player in the new rally game sphere to be EA. You know, if they bring back EA Sports, it's in the game. They can do whatever they want. I just want to hear that again. But they've burnt their bridges with a lot of people. So hopefully they've regained a bit. From what I've heard of their Star Wars games, they made amends quite a bit and improved and went away from their DLC pay-to-win isms. What I don't want to do is have to buy every car separately. You know, what they should really do, this is a wild idea. Games are always becoming, like, you subscribe to a game. Imagine if you had a rally version of iRacing. Flat left over crest and left 5 opens 50. You know, where you have the base game, the base content, and then you pay for what you want. So for me, I'm a big fan of the front-wheel drive S2000 cars. You know, if I had a... You know, I would love to play and just use those cars. Which, you know, won't be in WRC unless it's like a bonus content. You know, you can have a ready platform, a player base that... This is for simulation, by the way. You know, I think now more and more people are used to that. But I think paying 70 quid for a AAA game and then paying more for DLCs or stages is a rip-off. But if they just did, right, here's £10, 20 quid, here's the base game with 1 or 2 cars from each category. and, you know, 8, the WRC calendar. And if you want to go further, we've got these servers running, we've got the league system, which will all run for you. And then you can pick and choose if you want to do the S2000s or historics or, you know. Oh, that was weird. Felt like I had to put the handbrake on then. Yeah, seasonal. I mean, that would be pretty cool, you know. The only issue would be if you bought a new DLC and it was... It's kind of reliant on the WRC calendar being buried each year. Now, I know that the WRC changes at least, you know, 3 of the countries involved. They got the Central European Rally this year, for example, in Germany, Austria and Czech Republic, I want to say. Which is an interesting concept. Yeah, so Dirt Rally 2, not all the stages, but quite a lot of them. The Spanish stages were built in the Dirt 4 engine, which is why they look so similar. But they were based on actual stages, and you can YouTube, I can't remember which stage in particular, but you can just, you know, Google YouTube Dirt Rally 2 stages in real life, and you'll see a few options there, a few videos. Left 6 brake for square left, don't cut, 30. Seasonal DLC, yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. So you don't have to keep spending 60 quid on a new game. But like I said, if you're EA, you know, you would just market that as a new game. This is WRC 2024 or 2025. You know, we've changed the models of the rally drivers. We've changed the liveries a little bit, despite the liveries not changing much, and the regulations not changing for a couple of years. You know, from a business point, you're getting as much bang for your buck for doing as little work as possible. But you know, that's a pessimist in me with EA. I need to fix this shifter or buy a new one. I don't know if you can hear it on the stream when I downshift, but it's pretty obtuse now. Into left 3 long, opens 200, bumpy. Caution, left 5, brake, into right 3, short, very narrow, cut, into flat left and right 3. Into left 4, don't cut, narrows, keep into right 4. And left 1 medium, don't cut, into right 3, cut. I got this shifter from AliExpress called the SRS Sequential Shifter, and the main reason why I got it is because it's the only shifter I've seen that looks like a proper rally shifter that didn't cost 800 quid. And I've now learnt why it was quite cheap, because it's not holding up to any more punishment. I mean, I could just take it off and take it apart and put it back together, but it's not filling me with confidence. So, with the FIFA games, do they just release FIFA and then each year you pay your DLC, your £10 or whatever, and then it updates the base engine, so you're not spending £60 each time? Is that what you're saying? Caution, right 3, don't cut, keep middle, 30. Hard brake for left 2, very narrow, and right 2, medium, 50. Because they're not doing that with Formula 1, are they? Formula 1 is a brand new game each year. So I know WRC isn't as prestigious as
Right bumpy and left 3 narrows.
Formula 1 and might need more development than what FIFA would have, but
Left 3 short over
I don't
crest
know
into
why
right
they would
4,
change
and crest into right 5
the formula for all of it.
and left 3 medium tightens.
I'm not a games developer.
3 medium 30
I'm just a bloke that pretends he can drive rally cars.
50 bumpy. Right 3 long 100.
Yeah, I might treat myself to a new
4 short keep in and
shifter.
left 4 short bumpy 30.
Simagic's just come out with a
6 short narrows over crest into right 5 30.
H pattern, which is also sequential, which from what I've seen from Race Beyond Matter looks to be a really good shifter,
Don't cut and left 5 bumpy opens 50.
if a bit expensive. I must say the rain effects in WRC generations are god awful. GoldenEye had better rain effects in this.
Right 4.
I mean, look at it.
Right at junction. And left 3 short into right 5 tightens medium.
It does feel like it's from an N64,
Left
this
3 don't
rain
cut
effects.
into right 4 short. And left 3 keep in uphill into right 4 tightens over crest 30.
I mean, I know that they won't fix it, but it's just embarrassing.
And right 4 don't cut 30. Left 3 very long tightens. Into right 3 short, into left 4 short. And right 6 tightens 4 into left 6 long for finish.
There we are. Also, having a shifter which is both H pattern and sequential means I can do H pattern with right hand drive. I currently have a TH8A on my left hand side because I'm British and our gear shifts on our left. But then for every racing championship, the sequential shifter is on the other side because I drive on the left hand side. So I've got a weird looking setup with 2 shifters either side of me. Right, 3rd place, quite a few seconds behind. Oh, shout out for Andreas Mikkelsen, as part of my predictions we chatted earlier. He's my favourite to win WRC2. He is an exceptional driver, and I'm surprised he's not in Rally 1 this year. If I had a bet on anyone being in Rally 1, it would be Mikkelsen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! 50 left 4 tightens 40. Caution, brake for hairpin right, don't cut, opens long. Into left 4 over bump. And left 3 tightens, very long over crest.
Oh, running wide.
And right 5 into left 5 long, tightens over crest. And right 4 into left 4 long, 50. Caution, brake, left 2, don't cut, 50. Left 6 short and right 5 tightens, long. Into left 4 tightens over crest.
Oh, so squeaky.
Into right 4 tightens 3, house in, tightens over bumps. Left 6 tightens 3, medium, don't cut. Into right 2, medium, tightens.
Yeah, this shifter's,
Left 6 brake for square left, don't cut, 30.
I think, on its last legs. That's my job tomorrow morning, to fix the shifter.
Into right 4 over bump, into flat left, short over crest.
with very limited mechanical knowledge.
Into right 5, very long, tightens 4. And left 6 into right 5.
Oh.
And left 6 into right 5, short, 40. Into left 5, 60. Left 5 tightens, into right 4 short and kinks. Into left 3 narrows, don't cut, and right 5. Caution, brake, square left.
Kind of now in a position where I have to push it. When I push the downshift, I have to pull it back to get it back to center now.
And left 4 short, into right 3, very long. Come on, let's get going again.
Thank you, Neville.
Into left 5 short, tree in, into right 5, 50. Into left 3 long, opens, 200, bumpy. Caution, left 5, brake, into right 3, short, very narrow, cut, into flat left and right 3. Into left 4, don't cut, narrows, keep into right 4. And left 1 medium, don't cut, into right 3, cut.
Come on. Come on.
And flat left tightens, bumpy. Into right 3 tightens, into left 4 short, don't cut. Into right 2, opens. Into flat left and right 5, don't cut. Into left 4, short. Into right 5, short. Into left 1, don't cut. And hairpin right into flat left, small cut. Into right 4 and left 3. Into right 4 short and hairpin left, small cut. Into right 5 and flat left, into right 4 short. Into flat right over crest for finish.
There we are. Think a new shifter is on the order. Dropping 5 seconds to Mickelson, future WRC 2 champion. If you have any predictions, if you are watching, have any predictions for the WRC 2023 season, put them down in the chat, and then we can have a chat about it. You know? And then you can tell me why my predictions are wrong, and I'll politely inform you why they are wrong. Yeah, I'm very bad at predicting. Cool. So, predictions for the 2023 season. Let's recant what I said earlier. So, I think if Oyt Tunak does a good show this year, he's in for a great shout for WRC champion, drivers champion. I think Toyota will probably win the manufacturer's title, with Elfyn Evans being #1 driver. I think Danny Sordo at Monte Carlo is going to get a podium because he's just that good. I don't know how Honda are going to cope with Cyril. They've been on the rebound end of last season. They should be good, but I don't think Neuville's the strongest driver. He should win a championship. I want him to win a championship, but he needs to be better on dirt. I think he's one of those. He needs the planets to align for him, unfortunately, to win the championship. Yeah. Also, I think Cyril might leave Hyundai at the end of the year. I think he's have 1 year and go, nah, not for me. And take up a different job at Hyundai. Nah, I'm joking. He's not going to leave. Not this year. Maybe the year after. I think he's going to learn this year, and then he's going to realise that he might not be the best person for the job. And he should probably go back. Just go into the corporate world a bit more.
3, 2, 1. We're off. 40, flat right, 30.
Right, final
Right,
stage of the
short,
stream.
over crest, into left 4, opens.
Because
Into right 3, cut, into
I fancy an alcoholic beer next.
Cut, off camber, into right 3, medium, into right
And
3,
this
tightens, 30.
shifter is breaking me. Because it's not working as it should.
Left 4, don't
You
cut,
can probably
50.
hear it squeak,
Left 4 over crest, into right 3, medium, tightens.
squeaking and clanging away.
Into left 5 and right 4.
I mean, I've
Left
greased it
5
up
medium,
rawly, but
tightens. Into right 4 short, brake into hairpin left 30. Into left 5 bumpy, small cut, into right 4, 50. Into right 5, small cut.
like to pull it back, it feels really good.
Into
But
left 2, short,
downshifts
opens, 50.
just
Right 3 narrows, opens, into right 4, short, 30.
it's like something's catching on it, like a rubber grommet or something is just
And flat left, wall in,
preventing
50.
it
And flat right, jump maybe, over
from
crest,
returning.
30. Right 5 bumpy and left 4 short, 50. Bumpy over crest. And left 3 long, tightens into crest. And hairpin right, don't cut, 50. Left 3, don't cut, and right 3. And left 5 over crest, tightens, long, bumpy. Into right 4 and right 3, 30. Flat left and hairpin right, 30. And flat left tightens, 2. Into right 5 tightens, don't cut, 40. Left 3 medium tightens, don't cut. Into right 2 narrows, 40. Left 3 100. Crest into flat left, hard brake. For left 3 short narrows, into left 5 tightens, brake. For hairpin right. Into left 3 short and right 2, don't cut.
Oh. Nearly drove off a cliff there. Went full Chris Meek.
Into brake for hairpin left.
That's a name that I've forgotten about.
And right 1.
I know Chris Meek was used to test the and to help make the Skoda Fabia Rally 2.
Short and right 4 tightens.
But imagine if he made a comeback,
Left, don't cut, and right 5
you know, as a
100,
part-time
tightens.
driver.
Into left 3 tightens 2, don't cut, rock out. Into right 3 short, don't
I'm not
cut.
sure what
Into
he's
left 3
doing
short, opens.
Any more rallying? I think he's.
Flat right long, over
That's it.
bump.
He's gone to Rallycross. I think he's getting a seat
Left 3
in
tightens, into
Rallycross
right
this
2
season.
medium.
I'm not sure whether it's part of the Nitro. It's kind of
And left 5
thing, or
short,
whether
into
he's gone
right 5.
World Rallycross.
Into left 4 short, opens.
Something to check up on.
Right
What happens to
5
Chris
into
Meek?
left 3 short. Into flat right 200 over
Because he
bump.
was an entertaining driver. I mean, a protege of
Right 4,
Colin
don't cut,
McRae.
40. And left 5 short into right 4, very long, 30. Left
You know,
3,
a
very
very
long,
exciting
tightens
talent.
into right 5,
Absolutely
keep
rapid
in,
on his
50.
day, but was not consistent enough.
Right
But
5
supposedly he
tightens,
can set up a
30.
car really bloody well. So
Right 5
we'll
short,
see how the
tightens
Skoda
3,
Fabia
don't
Rally
cut,
2
narrows
does
at junction. Into left 5, narrows, keep in, 30.
at Monte Carlo.
right 3 opens. And left 4 into right 5.
Because I have a
narrow,
sneaking
30.
suspicion that car's going to be
Into
absolutely
right 5,
rapid.
50.
And Msport and Hyundai and Citroen are going to struggle to keep up.
Left 5 shortcut into right 5 and left 4 tightens very long, keep in. Into right 6 over crest into flat left.
Speaking of the Skoda Fabia,
Into right 4
in the WRC2 category, Chris Ingram
caution, brake for square
managed to
right,
make it to Rally Monte Carlo.
flat right,
For those that don't
100.
know, he won the, I think, 2019 European Rally Championship, and he was
And right
famously,
long opens 40.
he took part in the ERC through crowdfunding.
To left 3 opens into left 4 over crest.
And this year, he basically sort of ran, he's funded for X amount of events, but he couldn't fund for Rally Monte Carlo, so
40.
he had a sponsor that dropped out just before the start of the event.
40.
So he had to crowdfund
Caution,
50
brake for
grand
square right 80.
with like a week's notice.
Right 6 long tightens 4.
Um,
Left 4 into right 6 opens.
thankful to say that he's made it. But it does raise an
Right,
interesting
tightens 5
question
and left 5 bumpy, don't cut.
about, you know,
And right 3 long,
crowdfunding
opens 60 over crest.
someone's motorsport passions.
Right 5
You know,
tightens, into
'cause
left 4, hard
he's
brake,
not a paid
left,
driver.
don't cut, 60.
Yes, he's European Rally Champion. Well, he was a few seasons ago. God, that really doesn't like downshifts.
And right 5 tightens short 30. Left 4 medium tightens.
Does raise a question about,
150.
is it right to crowdfund for
Right 4 tightens
your
and left 4
sport?
short, rock in very long into left 6 long.
I mean, at the junior level, you would say that's fine. I remember doing a rugby tour to Ireland from
Caution,
from
brake for
England,
square right
and
through gate.
and we used to sell well, anything. We used to try and raise money, whether that's
Into flat left,
bucket
don't cut,
shaking
40.
or,
Flat left into right 4 tightens over
you know,
crest.
working the tills at Tesco's, putting people's food in
Right 4 into
bags.
Right 4 tightens into left 5 100.
So it's not a new thing for junior level, but to crowdfund an elite sport, you know, I can understand that that doesn't sit right with a few people.
Opens uphill.
Now, I want to see Chris Ingram succeed, and I want to see him in WRC. You know, ideally as a paid driver, because he's a
And right 4 short.
absolutely fantastic,
And
you know,
caution, big jump
British
into
talent,
flat
British
right,
buyers
keep
coming
in,
through there.
into left 1 tightens. Into right
But
2.
I can see why it's difficult for some people to go, actually, no, I don't particularly wanting to fund this guy's effort.
And left 4
you know.
medium tightens 150.
Because if he wasn't quite quick,
Right
unless
4
it was his
opens,
career,
150.
it's kind of a hobby. I don't know what I'm
Right
trying to
5
say
and
here.
keep right over crest,
Nah,
50.
maybe we should say nothing at all.
Right 4 and left 4
I'm
100.
happy to put my hand in my pocket, you know, a few quid here and there to help
Right
out,
5 and left 5.
you know, a future talent, because I believe he should
Right
be in
5 and
WRC
left
1
3, don't cut, medium. Right
and
5 into
motorsport's
bump. Into
difficult
left 4
sport to
cut.
get into, and particularly for rallying, which has lost favour massively in the UK. You know, compared to single seaters or motorbikes, you know, rallying in the UK has died a death. Really has. We had the huge crash at the Jim Clark rally, who killed a few spectators, and then new policy came in to basically say that this is how you safely run a rally event, which basically enforced spectator areas, so it made it less accessible. Everything has to be ticketed now. You can't just park up your car, walk through the woods and stand at the side of the stage. And I get why they've done it, I really do, but that's the joy of rallying, is it's kind of archaic in the way you get to a stage, you get to an event, you put up your tent, you get your beers, you have your barbecue going. You know, you get as close as you can to the action. You know, rallying has got to be seen up close and personal. You know, it's one thing to look at a rally car from a distance as it drives 60 miles an hour on the gravel. It's a completely different thing to see it go round a blind crest on gravel at 60 miles an hour while you're behind the tree on the inside. So it's really hard for Brits to get money now for rallying, to get sponsorship, because there's just no interest, unfortunately. But I think that's another topic for another day. I would say to those who did join in the stream, to Bucket and Henrik, many thanks. Wait for it to send the data so the stream comes back a little bit. So yeah, I think that's another topic for another day, looking at British rallying itself. But for those that jumped in on the stream, a big thanks to Bucket for a good conversation that was had, and to Henrik for jumping in as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's a different idea for this stream, was to talk about real life rallying while I'm taking part on WRC Generations. I would like to do some more talking real world stuff, hopefully some actual videos about it. I need to learn a bit more about how to do video editing a little bit better, or to simplify the process so I can do some more content for you guys. But I'd like to do more discussions about WRC 2023 season and about the WRC and my predictions for it. So yeah, stay tuned for some more information and more content, and hopefully some better driving, and almost certainly a brand new shifter. But I'm going to leave you guys there. Many thanks for jumping into the stream, and I will see you all next time. Cheers and have a good evening.